Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa wabarakatuh. Today I want to talk about how our faith in our relationships with our partners is one of the best characteristics and one of the best things that we need to maintain the best and healthiest relationship, no matter the circumstance and no matter what other things you may know or have to deal with in a relationship, especially when you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your mind. We know the verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, remembrance of Allah softens the believer's heart. How can we continue to be arrogant if our hearts are softened every time we remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can we be prideful with our partners? How can we be too good to, I feel like a lot of issues happen when we are prideful. Okay, maybe that's me, or maybe it's the truth. I'm sure you know from your own experience. We know that being prideful definitely does not make a healthier relationship. So if we choose our partners, and if we also remind our partners, and like we get into a relationship before we meet the person, like if we're looking for the right person, or if we're with a person now, to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be God fearing, to fear God, to know that the last day is coming, to have dhikr, to have deen. Subhanallah, Prophet Muhammad said that, there's 3 reasons a person will get married. Well, I believe he said is the woman that will get married for is either her wealth, her beauty, or her deen. And the deen is the best one, which is the morale and character. So, that's what he said is the best one, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So when we choose our partners based on their character, no matter the kind of issues that we have in life, no matter the disagreements or financial issues or whatever the normal issues that come in our daily lives, we will be able to go through them because we know we're not just in this relationship just for our own whims and desires, because our own whims and desires change all the time. Some days you want different food, some days you want different things, maybe one day you want to live somewhere else. So our own desires changes throughout time, but our fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be with us until the last day, if we choose to be that way. So if we're doing that with our partners, and our partner is also doing that as well, we know that we're going to stay together with this partner, we're going to treat them well with this partner, we're going to have a better relationship, not just because of our own desires, but because we're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we know that we've been entrusted with this person, we made a commitment to each other, you both have fear in the last day, and you're both going to try to remind each other to have this dhikr of Allah, which is to remember God. That's what's going to keep the relationship healthier. It's going to keep it going better. Even if you don't have any other type of knowledge on how to solve arguments or disagreements, or you might have your own issues, as soon as you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mashallah, how beautiful it is and how it'll help us have a better relationship. So that is all I wanted to talk about today. Inshallah, this will help. This dhikr of Allah will help you as well, and maybe you'll be reminded now to also have more dhikr of Allah, to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the day, throughout time, etc., and in the relationship especially. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything related to what I'm saying today, or any of the other hadiths of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or anything that you find amazing about our Deen. Subhanallah, there's so many aspects that we can learn from the Quran, from the prophets, from all the stories, and there's so many aspects, and we don't remember them all at once, but when the time comes and there is an issue we have, subhanallah, there's always a beautiful answer in the religion of Islam and our Deen. How we need to treat others, how we need to treat ourselves, how we need to think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to have hope, faith, and we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving, most compassionate, most merciful. So let me know in the comments below if you know anything like that. Thank you again for watching. See you in the next video, inshallah.